My name's Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara's Never Seen. I am watching Kiki's Delivery Service. I made this headband out of an old flannel I was getting rid of, so I'm pretty excited, pretty ready to go. In the little description box of Kiki's Delivery Service, it says she's a witch, and I didn't know she was a witch, so I changed my whole look for today. I just tweeted out, give me those predictions for Kiki's Delivery Service. Heart emoji, tornado emoji, heart emoji. Let's get started.
You haven't seen that?
Tamara's never seen.
That was perfect timing, Ike. Obviously, I loved it. Everyone knows that I was gonna love it, and I loved it. There's a talking cat named Gigi. I just went to C2E2. And everyone said that I had been lacking on hair flips recently, so there you go. That's gonna be a bitch to edit. The first thing I wrote down is, Gigi, yes! Anytime there's a talking cat in a film, I'm going to love it. Obviously, guys, obviously, duh, come on. I also like one of the first lines is, young people are all the same. They all want to do something different. I love that! It's true. Lipstick on my teeth, I feel like, what's her name? Miranda sings. I adore this animation style a lot. At first I wrote down it was simple, but that's not the case at all. I think it's just the lack of black lines is why my mind immediately went to simple. It's like, I don't know, it's really like muted. So she's leaving to go on her journey at 13 years old, and I've got a couple questions about that, but that will come up later. This whole thing, like just from the get-go, reminds me a lot of Spirited Away. I realize it's the same people making it, so obviously it's like anime-like, I feel like, and I don't have the authority to say that because I've not seen any anime. I'd like to watch an anime for this series, and I just don't know which one would work best. If you have suggestions for like doable ones, I need to like watch something that's gonna be easy for me to get into as a movie too, because I know I want to watch Cowboy Bebop, but I don't think I want to do that whole series for one episode of Tamara's Never Seen. So she's in her new city, gonna start her new studies, and this boy saves her from getting written up from a cop, and then she sasses him, and then he falls in love with her. It's a tale as old as time. So she leaves him, she doesn't know anyone in this city, and she has nowhere to stay. And I have so many questions about this. Where do her studies take place? What, is she going to a specific school? Or is she just like, 13, time to get out of the house and go work? What? I just do not understand the whole studies aspect of this story. Why does she have to go away for the studies? Where is she studying? Did her parents not give her any advice at all for what to do when she gets into... Why is she gonna live in a big city? I don't understand any of this. So you see a baker, and one of the baker's customers had dropped a pacifier, and so Kiki goes and delivers it. And comes back, and the baker's like, oh, that was so nice. You can stay with us. And it resolves itself very nicely for Kiki. Like, wow. She gets like put into this upper attic in the baker's house, which is honestly a dope attic. I would fix up that attic so well. It's so cute. And at 13, she's really doing well for herself. Like, honestly, well done, Kiki. You're a damn adult. I wrote, Gigi sees the neighbor's lady cat and finds her attractive. But I also think that Gigi likes the baker's husband too, because Gigi like flirts with him. So Gigi just loves everyone, and I love Gigi. So the delivery service is born, and I guess this is what her studies is? I guess each witch chooses what their thing is gonna be, and then they just do it in the real world. I guess that's what it is. Kind of a little weird, kind of a little muddy there with the explanation, but okay. Making her first delivery, and I am so sorry, but the wild geese getting blown about was hilarious. That's what life will do to you. Same. This movie is kind of more like a series of short stories, because it feels more like a show like setup versus a movie setup. And while I really enjoyed it, it just was like a bunch of short little stories. There wasn't like there was a full arc for sure, but less so than I think most movies I see. Gigi meets Jeff, the dog, who I also think Gigi is in love with, so another person to add to the list who Gigi loves. So Kiki gets the cat toy in Evil Crow Forest, makes friends with the crow painter, and that's kind of the end of that chapter. And I've recognized a couple of the voices in this, so I'm gonna look up the voice actors. Wow, Phil Hartman, Kirsten Dunst, Debbie Reynolds. This so far it's very, very cute, and I love that she's just like this little helper witch that is so kind and helpful. She's less whiny than Chihiro in Spirited Away. I really love Kiki as a character, but it's less mystical than, even though she's a witch who can fly on a broom and it's a talking cat, it's less mystical than Spirited Away, and I kind of miss that aspect to it. I know it's a different movie, but I really loved like the mystical and the weird creatures of Spirited Away. The next like little mini story is Kiki helps these two old ladies who live together who are so sweet. They make a fish pie. Then Kiki delivers it to her granddaughter, and the granddaughter doesn't like the fish pie, and she's like a super brat about it. She just spent the greatest day with these women and like helped them around the house, and they were so kind to her. And then it's like raining and she gets there late and the girl isn't even appreciative of it. And then she misses her party and she gets super sick. And it's just sad, it's pretty sad. Then she gets better and the guy who likes her, I don't know, he looks like Where's Waldo Jr. That's him. Has this like bike that he's trying to make fly. It's got a propeller and it's really cute. They ride it together. She gets kind of socially awkward when other people come around and she just kind of like goes away. She's like, I don't feel like an insider, I feel like an outsider. I'm like, girl, you're 13. Who doesn't feel that way at 13? Oh no, Gigi can't speak anymore. This is devastating. Now she can't fly and she's losing her powers? Girl, take some insulin, do something! Honestly, I'm just devastated that she can't talk to Gigi anymore. It's her only friend. I need a cat. Oh no, now I can't talk to my cat either. Oh, I never could, okay, all right, carry on. I wrote, it's very sad that this 13-year-old is so lonely and feels so powerless. I felt very similarly at 13. Again, perfect, I mean, it's great. Maybe that's why she goes at 13 for her witch's journey. All right, maybe, okay. Forest Painter lets her stay with her in the forest. Forest Painter is my favorite character. Ursula, I think her name is. A couple of her lines that I love are, must have been blinded by two gorgeous women. And then a guy says she looks like a boy. She's like, what boy has these legs, mister? I'm like, yes, girl. She just lives in the forest and paints and hangs out with animals. That's what I want my aesthetic to be. I want to be her. But then her man friend, Sir Stripes-a-Lot, gets in trouble and she goes to save him, and through the power of forest magic and believing in yourself and a new broom and saving her friend, she's able to fly again. She gets her powers back and it's really sweet, and then Gigi can talk to her again. Gigi with a bunch of hearts next to it. And it was really cute and so sweet, and I want to cosplay as 3 of the characters. Like I said, I think I enjoy the mystical aspects of Spirited Away a little bit more. I enjoy Kiki as a character more than I did Chihiro. Okay, I am going to read some predictions that you guys sent me, hopefully on Twitter. The end of the NC Hocus Pocus review is gonna be a lot funnier to you. Yes. It's not what you expected. Actually, I expected this, I think. Well, maybe I expected it to be a little bit more mystical just because of Spirited Away. I'll give you half a point. I predict that you think that the movie will ... deliver. Ugh! Ugh! I hate that I liked that. You'll love the cat and have an urge to buy a big red bow. You know me so well. If you're watching the dubbed version Disney distributed, then Phil Hartman! Yeah, Phil Hartman! And yeah, that's what I watched. I watched the dubbed Disney version. You'll love it, I hope, and you'll ask Ike if he can talk. Ike. Wait, can you use your words, please? Can you talk to me for a second? Just like no respect. You'll love it. Be sad/angry at the little girl at the birthday party and feel a sense of connectivity to the movie as a whole. I did love it, and I do hate that little girl at the birthday party. Your grandma loves you. I gotta rewatch it now. You know, some movies just need that rewatchability. Like, you gotta rewatch it once just to like really, really get it. I think this is one of those. You're gonna fucking love Gigi. Yeah, that's where I'll end that. I apparently can be bought very easily with a talking cat. Also, I'm not sure what I'll do next week. I might put up a poll on my Twitter to ask about it. I will come up with something great and outrageous that I haven't seen. At the beginning of this series, I was like, whatever, people haven't seen things, like it's not that big of a deal. But now that I've been doing it for such a long time, you know, we're going on a year here of weekly Tamara's Never Seens, and there's no end in sight. And it's pretty ridiculous. I do understand the comments. I totally do. But I'm gonna keep making them. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much. And I've got a delivery to make, so I'm just gonna, oh, I don't think I can fly with Icon on my broom. He's so heavy. Yeah, okay. Good call, buddy. We'll just go our separate ways. Great. Bye.